Imagine holding a coin that could change your life overnight. A small, unassuming quarter, minted in 2021 at the Philadelphia Mint, carrying a secret that could make collectors pay nearly $1 million for it today. Yes, you heard that right, $967,000. This isn't a fairy tale, and it isn't a dream. It's a reality in the rare coin world. And today, you might just discover that hidden treasure in your own pocket, your old coin jar, or even your family's forgotten collection. But before we dive in, let me ask you this. How often does a coin, a piece of metal smaller than your thumb, suddenly become one of the most coveted treasures in the country? Pretty wild, isn't it? Now, picture this. Every year, billions of coins are minted, but only a select few contain rare errors so unique that the collector's market goes into a frenzy. The 2021 P. Washington Quarter is one of those anomalies. And if you don't know what to look for, it could easily pass through your hands, unnoticed. And that is exactly what makes this coin so thrilling. There's an urgency here because the clock is ticking. Every day, more collectors are hunting for this coin, and every moment it isn't in your collection, someone else's portfolio grows stronger. Let's step back for a moment and understand the story behind this coin. The Washington Quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, honoring the first president of the United States. Over the decades, countless quarters have entered circulation, but errors are what capture the imagination and the wallets of serious collectors. The 2021 P Mint Mark Quarter isn't just rare because of its design. It's rare because of a minting error so precise, so unusual, that experts and numismatists describe it as almost magical. And here's where the excitement and yes, the adrenaline kicks in. This error has created a buzz in coin collecting circles across the country. Imagine standing at an estate sale, sifting through a pile of coins, and discovering one that collectors would pay nearly $1 million to own. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, except the needle is made of pure history, and the haystack? That's your average coin jar. But beware, there's also a catch. These coins are so rare that hesitation can mean the difference between owning a once-in-a-lifetime treasure and watching someone else seize it right before your eyes. Now, before you start imagining your new mansion or exotic vacation funded by a quarter, here's a humorous thought. What if your dog buried one in the backyard, and you were about to mow over it? That's the thrill of collecting errors. They demand attention, patience, and a little bit of luck. But for those who know how to spot them, the rewards are staggering. So, what makes this coin a must-have? Beyond its staggering market value, it's the story, the rarity, the undeniable proof that something small can have monumental significance. Collectors around the country are now scanning rolls of quarters, scrutinizing every mint mark, every detail, hoping to uncover the 2021 P error. And this isn't just about money. It's about owning a piece of American history that is in extraordinarily high demand. For those who act swiftly, this coin is more than an investment, it's a legacy. And the market? It is hot, heated, and relentless. Every day, news of sales and record-breaking offers increases urgency. Imagine sitting on this coin today, knowing that in just a few weeks or months, its value could climb even higher. That fear of missing out, the anticipation, the excitement, that's what drives the elite collectors, the serious investors, and the wealthy enthusiasts. Now, here's the bottom line. The 2021 P Washington Quarter error isn't just a coin. It's a key to a world where history, prestige, and financial opportunity intersect. If you have one or even suspect you might, it's time to take action. Examine your collection. Consult a reputable coin dealer. Authenticate. And be prepared, because this is one treasure that doesn't linger. It demands attention, and it rewards decisiveness. So, as you sit there thinking, could this really be in my hands? Remember this. History favors those who act. And in the rare coin world, fortune favors those who recognize opportunity and seize it before someone else does. This script sets up suspense, builds emotional tension, injects urgency and excitement, and continuously connects the rarity, history, and potential financial reward. With proper pacing, visuals of coins, error close-ups, and dramatic music, this can easily fill a 10-minute video. Imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand, a coin that could instantly transform your life. It may look ordinary at first glance, just a Washington quarter from 1968, yet hidden in plain sight is a rare error so elusive that collectors around the world would pay almost anything to own it. This is the 1968 NO Mint Mark Washington quarter, a coin that defies expectation, commanding a current market value of a staggering $973,000. Yes, you heard that right. Almost $1 million for a coin that most people pass over without a second thought. Now, you might be thinking, a quarter? Really? But let me ask you this. How often does something so small hold the power to change your financial future forever? What if I told you that one misstep at the mint made this coin so rare that every collector dreams of it? And the chance to find one in your own collection is almost like finding a needle in a haystack with gold hidden inside. Hold that thought. In 1968, Washington quarters were minted with precision at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But a tiny mistake occurred at Philadelphia. A coin was struck without its mint mark. Most coins had the D for Denver or S for San Francisco, but this one slipped through the cracks. It was never meant to exist. And yet, here it is, whispering the secret that errors can create treasures worth unimaginable sums. Collectors call it the Holy Grail of Washington quarters, and the demand is intense. Imagine attending a coin auction where every bidder knows the rarity of this piece. The tension is electric. Every heartbeat matches the gavel's rhythm. When this coin appears, buyers act with urgency because opportunities like this are fleeting. Miss it, and it could be decades before another appears, if ever. And yes, the fear of missing out is real because with every passing day, more people are entering the rare coin market, searching for exactly this treasure. Here's a question for you. Have you ever held something in your hand and felt a mix of disbelief and excitement, knowing that what you're holding is literally priceless? That's the feeling collectors chase. And it's the exact reason the 1968 NO Mint Mark Washington quarter is in such high demand. Humorously, some say it's the coin that makes your wallet feel lighter, but your life feel infinitely heavier with possibility. The reality is this. Coins like the 1968 NO Mint Mark Washington quarter don't stay hidden forever. They circulate quietly, waiting for someone sharp enough to notice their unique mark, smart enough to understand the value, and decisive enough to act. Every coin you see in circulation could be the one that changes everything. Yes, even that spare change you find under your couch cushions. Think about it, today this coin commands a market value approaching $973,000. Tomorrow, with the market intensifying and collectors competing, that number could be even higher. The urgency is palpable. The excitement is real. And the opportunity? Well, opportunities like this rarely knock twice. If you have a collection, or even a single coin that could hide an extraordinary story, it's time to look closely. Because sometimes, fortune favors the vigilant, and the bold. So, as you continue your search through your coin jars, drawers, or old collections, remember this, the 1968 NO Mint Mark Washington quarter is more than a coin. It's a symbol of possibility, a whisper of history, and a gateway to life-changing wealth. Will you recognize it when it appears in your hands? Will you act before someone else claims what could have been yours? The answer might just define your future. The camera opens with slow, dramatic music as the narrator speaks in a calm but powerful voice. Imagine waking up one morning, reaching into an old coffee jar full of dusty change, and pulling out a coin so rare, so wildly valuable, that it could rewrite the story of your entire life. A coin that, right now, collectors are fighting to own for nearly $1 million. And believe it or not, it's not gold, not silver. It's a simple 1987 Washington quarter. A beat of silence, then an energetic rise in the music. Yes, a quarter. The same coin you may have dropped in a vending machine without thinking twice. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why a rare error in the 1987 mint run has transformed one ordinary coin into a staggering $965,000 masterpiece. Don't blink, because if you miss the details, you might miss your chance to discover one hiding in your own home. A pattern interrupt hits as the narrator jokes. And let's be honest, if you find one, don't say I didn't warn you when you suddenly start Googling private jet prices. The music shifts again, pulling attention into the next moment. But seriously, what makes this quarter so powerful? Why are wealthy collectors chasing it like treasure hunters? And why is this particular year, and this mint mark, one of the most misunderstood gold mines in U.S. coin history? A soft note of fear enters. Because while thousands of people have handled this coin, only a handful have recognized the error that changes everything. Most people simply spent it, never knowing they just gave away a life-changing fortune. And the truth is, you might have one too. The narration transitions, building anticipation for the deeper reveal. Let's step inside the story of a coin that shouldn't exist, but does. And its value is rising faster than anyone expected. The camera shifts to subtle visuals of Philadelphia's minting facility in the 1980s. The narrator continues, "The year was 1987. The Philadelphia Mint was producing millions of Washington quarters. Production was intense, the machinery was aging, and precision wasn't always perfect. Somewhere in the chaos of mass manufacturing, a minting error occurred. An error so unusual, so extreme, that only a microscopic handful of coins escaped undetected. A tone of discovery enters. This error was not just a small blemish. It wasn't a scratch, a crack, or the faint doubling most collectors encounter. This was a dramatic, unmistakable flaw that transformed the coin into a one-of-a-kind rarity. The type of mint mistake that wealthy collectors dream of. Because coins like these don't simply rise in value, they explode. The camera zooms close on a shining quarter. But here's the twist. Most people who came across this coin had no idea what they were holding. They spent it, saved it, tossed it in drawers, mixed it with loose change. And while the value of ordinary 1987 P quarters remained common, the value of this error coin skyrocketed, now demanding an extraordinary $965,000 on today's market. The narrator creates a pattern interrupt with humor, which, in case you're wondering, is slightly more than the price of the average house, or about 965,000 times what the coin was originally worth. So yes, if your quarter suddenly starts glowing with golden light, don't panic. That's just your bank account trying to ascend. Then the tone shifts back to seriousness and urgency. But here's what's important. Demand for major mint era coins is at the highest level ever recorded. Collectors in the United States, Europe, and Asia are in a global race to secure the rarest American pieces before they disappear into private vaults forever. And when a coin like this, verified, certified, and in pristine condition, hits the market, the bidding doesn't just increase. It erupts. A deep emotional sense of opportunity builds. You're not just holding metal. You're holding history. You're holding a once-in-a-generation financial opportunity. And for people who are ready, people who are willing to learn, search, and seize that chance, the 1987 P era quarter could be the very thing that reshapes their future. The music becomes uplifting and cinematic as the narrator continues. If you've stayed with me this long, it means you're not like everyone else. You don't casually ignore opportunity. You don't let wealth slip past you. You understand that sometimes one moment, one discovery, one rare coin can open the door to an entirely new life. The tension grows in a positive direction. So here's what matters now. Check your jars. Check your drawers. Check every forgotten box in your home. Because the people who are finding these rare coins, the ones cashing in for six figures, are not the richest people. They're not the luckiest. They're the ones who pay attention. A subtle emotional push builds urgency. And the reality is simple. The longer you wait, the fewer of these coins will ever be found again. Most are already locked away in private collections, never to hit the market again in our lifetime. Every day you delay searching, the chances shrink. A pattern interrupt hits. Besides, when was the last time a quarter gave you the chance to retire early, upgrade your car, and maybe, even just maybe, finally say goodbye to that 9-to-5 job you pretend to enjoy? Then the narrator connects everything back to the theme of transformation. Coins like the 1987 P era quarter remind us that extraordinary things often hide in ordinary places. Wealth isn't always loud. Sometimes it's tucked inside a cardboard box in the back of a closet. Sometimes it's in the change you almost gave to a cashier. And sometimes it's in the story you're living right now. The music swells toward an inspirational climax. Your journey doesn't have to start with millions. Can start with curiosity, with awareness, with the courage to look closer at the small things that hold enormous value. And if you find this quarter, this legendary error, your entire path can shift. The narrator closes with power. So before you leave today, promise yourself you'll take action. Don't just watch opportunity. Hunt for it. Because the next great treasure isn't buried in the ground. It's already in your hands. And the next person to uncover a $965,000 quarter could very well be you. Stay focused, stay passionate, and remember, wealth is closer than you think. Imagine reaching into an old coin jar, the kind that's been ignored for years, and pulling out a simple Washington quarter, only to realize it's worth more than most houses in America. Stay with me because in the next few minutes you're about to discover how an ordinary 1997 Washington quarter transformed the life of one collector, and why another one just like it could still be out there, sitting in someone's drawer, waiting for the right eyes to notice. This is not luck. This is opportunity disguised as pocket change. Act 1 opens with the world of American coinage in the late 90s, a time when Washington quarters were struck in the hundreds of millions. Ordinary, common, overlooked, and yet, within that ocean of metal, one coin slipped through the cracks bearing a rare and dramatic minting error so valuable that today its market value sits at an astonishing $945,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A coin worth nearly $1 million simply because of a mistake. And while most people shrug at their spare change, those who understand the mystery and power of error coins see a marketplace booming with demand. After all, when wealth hides in plain sight, the only people who win are the ones who know where to look. Before we go further, let me interrupt the seriousness for a moment because you may be thinking, a quarter worth almost $1 million? Sure. And maybe my old socks are designer collectibles too. But stay with me. The coin world is full of surprises. And this is one of those rare situations where the unimaginable is absolutely real. And the urgency is very real too, because as more collectors learn about the 1997 error, the remaining undiscovered gems are disappearing fast. Act 2 begins with the heart of the story, the error itself. The legendary 1997 Washington quarter that skyrocketed in value wasn't an ordinary strike. It carried a dramatic minting flaw, one created during a high-pressure mechanical misalignment that left the design warped in a way the mint never intended. A mistake frozen in metal, a moment in history preserved forever. And because of this rare anomaly, the coin entered the marketplace like a spark in dry grass. Collectors didn't just want it, they chased it. Prices surged, auctions erupted, curiosity turned into competition, and competition turned into value. This is where fear enters the story, not fear of danger, but fear of missing out. Because this isn't just a collectible coin, it's a financial doorway, a life-changing asset, a chance that most people walk past every day. Think of how many 1997 quarters are still sitting unnoticed in jars, glove compartments, and old purses. Think of the hands they've passed through. And think of the moment someone finally lifts one into the light and realizes its true identity. Someone is going to make that discovery. The only question is, will it be you or someone else who's paying attention? As we move deeper into Act 2, the excitement accelerates. The coin market is roaring louder than ever. Americans aged 30 to 65, people just like you, are waking up to the realization that forgotten change can hold astonishing value. Every day, more collectors enter the arena, driving demand through the roof. They're searching, investing, selling, and transforming old drawers into new wealth. Because today's coin market isn't just a hobby, it's a pathway, and the 1997 quarter has become one of the crown jewels of this movement. Now let me break your focus again with a quick question. When was the last time you actually looked at the date on a quarter? Most people haven't checked in years. We're so used to transactions being digital that physical money has become invisible. And that's exactly why discoveries like the $945,000 quarter happen. Not because the coin is invisible, but because people aren't looking. And the ones who do, they're the ones walking away with the rewards others only dream about. Act 3 brings the story home. This is where everything connects. The 1997 P quarter isn't just a rare error coin. It represents something bigger. A reminder that wealth doesn't always show up wearing a suit and tie. Sometimes it shows up in simplicity, in small things, in moments we overlook. The men and women who succeed in the coin market are not the ones with the most money. They're the ones with the most awareness. The ones willing to pay attention. The ones who understand that opportunity favors the observant. As the value of rare U.S. coins continues to rise, coins like the 1997 P error become even more prestigious. Collectors crave them. Investors chase them. The market treats them like treasures, and their prices reflect their near-mythic status. If you've ever dreamed of living a wealthier, freer life, this is your moment to lean in, to learn, to take action, to explore every coin that crosses your hands and every piece of metal hidden in an old box. Because your life doesn't change by accident. It changes when you make a choice to look deeper. And here is the final truth. Coins like the 1997 P Washington quarter are still out there. Still waiting. Still hiding. Their value secured. Their demand insatiable. Their future bright. There is no weakness in this market, only opportunity. And in a world full of uncertainty, opportunities like this are rare, powerful, and time-sensitive. So as the story closes, another story is opening. Maybe it's yours. Maybe your next step is to check that old coin jar. Maybe it's to sort through the coins you thought were worthless. Or maybe it's simply choosing to see money differently, from something you spend to something that could change your entire life. Because the 1997 P Washington quarter isn't just a coin. It's a signal, a reminder that wealth is closer than you think. And sometimes, all it takes is turning over a single quarter to discover it. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that could change your life forever. One small, unassuming quarter tucked away in a drawer, overlooked by millions, yet quietly waiting to make someone an instant fortune. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating stories in the world of rare coins. The 1993 D Washington quarter error. This isn't just any coin. It's a hidden treasure that has captivated collectors and investors alike, with a current market value soaring to an astonishing $987,000. Yes, nearly $1 million, resting in the palm of someone lucky enough to spot it. Now, before you think, sure, but it's just a quarter, let me ask you, what if the very coin you've been ignoring could make you richer than you've ever imagined? You might be thinking, a quarter? Really? And that's exactly what makes this story so thrilling. This isn't about pocket change. It's about a rare misstep in history, a flaw so perfect that collectors are willing to pay life-changing sums to claim it. And if you've ever dreamed of discovering something no one else sees, stick with me, because what we're about to explore might just make you reach for that old coin jar tonight. Let's take a journey back to 1993, the year the U.S. Mint released the Washington quarter. Most quarters from that year are ordinary, passed from hand to hand, forgotten in couch cushions or car cup holders. But among the millions, a handful carry an error, a subtle, almost invisible deviation in the coin's design. This error is not just a curiosity. It's a phenomenon, and collectors will fight tooth and nail to own one. Think about it. Millions of coins produced, yet only a select few carry this elusive flaw. That rarity drives not only its value but also the excitement, the thrill of discovery. It's that irresistible tension between chance and fortune. And here's the kicker. Many people dismiss old coins as insignificant, unaware that some quarters quietly fetch nearly $1 million in the market. Imagine the fear of realizing the coin you tossed aside last week could have been your ticket to unimaginable wealth. Yes, fear and excitement are intertwined here. But let's pause for a moment. Don't worry. I'm not asking you to check your couch for hidden treasure just yet. Or am I? Pause for effect. Humor aside, what makes the 1993 D Washington quarter error so magnetic is that it represents opportunity in its purest form. A once-in-a-lifetime chance to transform something ordinary into something extraordinary. It's not just a coin. It's a story of rarity, of timing, and of the thrill of being the one who discovers what everyone else overlooks. Now, let's connect the dots. This coin is not only rare, it's in extraordinarily high demand. Serious collectors and wealthy investors actively hunt for it, knowing the window of opportunity narrows every day. And here's an important truth. In the world of rare coins, hesitation can cost you everything. That quarter in your drawer could be the one that turns a simple collection into a seven-figure fortune. Here's where excitement meets urgency. The 1993 D Washington quarter error is no longer just a collectible. It's an investment, a conversation starter, and, most importantly, a key to the kind of financial freedom most people only dream of. It's a piece of history, an emblem of luck, and a tangible proof that sometimes fortune favors the observant. So, if you own this coin, or even suspect you might, do not underestimate its value. Every day it sits unnoticed is a day someone else could be claiming what might have been yours. And remember, the thrill isn't just in owning it. It's in discovering it, understanding its significance, and seizing the moment. Your legacy could begin with a single quarter, one small coin with a big story. And for those who act, the reward isn't just monetary. It's the pride, the excitement, and the life-changing possibility of holding a nearly million-dollar treasure in your own hands. So take a closer look at your coins, trust your instincts, and remember, what seems ordinary to many could be extraordinary to you. The 1993 D Washington quarter error isn't just a coin. It's a key to a future you never thought possible. And right now, it's waiting. Maybe in your hands, or maybe in someone else's. But one thing is certain. Opportunity doesn't wait forever. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that collectors and investors alike would give anything to add it to their vaults. A coin that, for the right person, could transform a simple drawer full of loose change into a treasure chest worth nearly $1 million. Today, we're diving into the story of the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar, a coin error that has the numismatic world buzzing, and why owning one could place you among the elite few who truly understand wealth in its most tangible form. But first, let me ask you, have you ever wondered if something sitting unnoticed in your wallet could actually be a fortune waiting to be claimed? That thought alone is enough to send chills down the spine of anyone who's ever underestimated the value of history. Now, let's step back. In 1995, the United States Mint produced millions of Washington quarters. Most went unnoticed, spent in everyday transactions, quietly marking time. But among them, a handful emerged with a rare minting error at the Denver Mint, the infamous 1995 D Washington quarter dollar error. These aren't just coins. They are anomalies, treasures born of imperfection, a reminder that sometimes greatness hides where no one expects it. Imagine the excitement of a collector discovering one of these coins. An ordinary quarter suddenly transformed into a beacon of rarity, instantly commanding attention and high prices. Today, the market value for this elusive coin reaches a staggering $942,000, a figure that makes even seasoned investors stop and take notice. And here's the thing, these coins are vanishing fast, snatched up by savvy collectors and investors who understand one fundamental truth. Scarcity drives value. But here's a humorous thought to keep your heart racing. What if your grandkid bought a soda with one of these quarters and unknowingly made it the most expensive drink in American history? Yes, it sounds absurd, but that's the beauty and danger of rare coin collecting. The line between ordinary and extraordinary is razor thin. Let's pause for a second. Did that just make you laugh? Or did your pulse just spike a little? That's the thrill of rarity, the adrenaline that drives collectors to hunt, discover, and secure these treasures before someone else does. And if your heart is racing now, good, it should be, because hesitation in this market can cost more than missed opportunities. It can cost fortunes. So, why does this coin matter to you today? Because the 1995 D Washington quarter dollar isn't just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of untapped wealth, a tangible investment that has already proven its worth in the market. Owning one signals knowledge, foresight, and the ability to seize opportunities that others overlook. The truth is, coins like this don't wait around. Each day, collectors, investors, and dealers are circling, watching for the next appearance. One moment you're hearing about it on a video, and the next it could be in someone else's collection forever. Imagine holding this coin yourself, knowing you possess something that others can only dream about. That feeling, the excitement, the pride, the unspoken acknowledgement of being part of a rarefied circle is priceless. And the reality is, every quarter, every rare coin is a reminder that fortune favors those who act decisively, who understand value before it becomes obvious to everyone else. So, if you ever thought a simple quarter was just spare change, think again. The 1995 D Washington quarter dollar is more than history. It's opportunity, rarity, and prestige, all rolled into one. And in a market where demand far outstrips supply, the window to act is narrowing every day. Ask yourself, could this be the piece of history and fortune you've been waiting for? Because in the world of rare coins, fortune waits for no one. Remember, wealth isn't just numbers in a bank account. It's moments, decisions, and discoveries. The 1995 D Washington quarter dollar is proof that even in the smallest, most overlooked places, greatness can exist. It's a coin, yes, but it's also a story you could be a part of. A story of vision, of timing, and of daring to see value where others see none. Will you be the one to claim it, or will you let history and opportunity slip through your fingers? The choice is yours. This script is designed to fill a 10-minute faceless video naturally, with pauses for visuals of the coin, zoom-ins on the mint mark, and overlays showing historical context, price charts, and other collector content. It keeps the audience emotionally engaged through. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a coin that the vast majority of Americans pass by every day without a second thought. But this isn't just any coin. This is the 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar, one of the most extraordinary coin errors ever discovered in the United States. While most quarters are worth just 25 cents, this rare mint mark error has been known to command jaw-dropping prices, with the current market value soaring at $946,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a single coin. You might be thinking, that's insane. How can something so small be worth that much? That's exactly what makes this story so thrilling. Because today, you're about to discover a treasure hiding in plain sight, a fortune that could be sitting in your own collection or even your pocket change. Let me pause for a second. Have you ever checked your wallet and thought, could this quarter be my ticket to a 7-figure payday? Most people laugh at that idea, but for a few savvy collectors, it's a reality. And here's the kicker. Very few people even know this coin exists in this form. That secrecy is part of what makes it so valuable. This is not just about money. It's about being in the right place at the right time, recognizing rarity when others walk right past it, and seizing an opportunity before it disappears forever. The story of the 1998 P. Washington quarter error begins at the Philadelphia Mint, where meticulous coins are produced every day. But even in a place designed for perfection, errors happen, sometimes tiny, sometimes monumental. In the case of this quarter, a mint mark anomaly occurred, making it one of the rarest coins in modern American history. Unlike the ordinary coins that flood our pockets, this coin carries a unique signature, a flaw that collectors and experts instantly recognize as extraordinary. It's a coin that doesn't just represent currency. It represents opportunity, foresight, and a piece of history that only a lucky few will ever own. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just about rarity. It's about demand. Wealthy collectors across the country, people who understand the art of investment and the thrill of discovery, are actively hunting for this coin. When a coin like this hits the market, the bidding is fierce. It's the kind of collectible that can change lives overnight. And let's be honest, there's a little excitement in imagining a simple quarter, the very one you might have spent on a coffee last week, turning into nearly $1 million treasure. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this and thinking, well, I don't even collect coins, ask yourself, could you afford to miss out on an opportunity like this? Before we move forward, quick question. Have you ever found something so rare you couldn't believe your eyes? A coin, a stamp, maybe even a watch that made you feel like you'd stumbled into a secret club? That's exactly the feeling this coin inspires. And it's that sense of exclusivity, that you could be the one factor that drives its incredible value. Now, let's connect the dots. The 1998 P. Washington quarter error is rare, in demand, and historically significant. But here's the real truth. These coins won't sit on shelves waiting for buyers. Their scarcity and desirability create urgency. Every day, collectors are making offers, securing their piece of history, and building legacies that last generations. Imagine holding one of these quarters in your hand, knowing it could secure your financial freedom, or at the very least, give you an incredible return on an investment most people overlook. And here's a thought to leave you with: coins like this don't just hold value, they hold stories. Stories of mints, mistakes, and moments frozen in time. Owning one is like holding a key to the past, while also unlocking your potential future. So, if you've ever felt the thrill of discovery, the excitement of being ahead of the curve, or the fear of missing out on something monumental, this is your moment. This isn't just a coin. It's a revolution for collectors. A rare chance to claim what most people don't even realize exists. Don't let it slip away. Check your collections, inspect your quarters, and remember, fortune favors the bold. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a coin that, to the untrained eye, looks ordinary, but in reality, it could be worth nearly $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $953,000 for a single quarter. Today, we're diving deep into the mysterious world of the 1995 P. Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar error, a coin so rare and so sought after that collectors around the globe would move mountains just to own it. And here's the kicker. Most people don't even realize they might be sitting on this treasure in their own change jar. Now, before you start digging through your couch cushions, let me ask, how many ordinary quarters have you tossed aside today, thinking nothing of their value? Funny how history sometimes hides fortune in the most unexpected places. The story of the 1995 P. Washington quarter error is not just about money. It's about timing, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. This coin carries a minting mistake so subtle, yet so significant, that it instantly elevates it from mere currency to a coveted collector's gem. Imagine standing at an auction, heart racing, as a coin that once passed through ordinary hands now ignites a bidding war reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars. The market today values this error at an astonishing $953,000, and demand is skyrocketing. This isn't just a coin. It's a testament to history, a tangible piece of the American story, and a rare opportunity to secure a legacy. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this quarter so special? Well, it's the perfect storm of imperfection. Mint errors like this are nature's way of saying, only a few will get this. And in the world of rare coins, Scarcity is everything. Every collector dreams of discovering a coin that the masses overlook, yet the few who notice are the ones who change their lives. And let's be honest, wouldn't it be thrilling to realize that your ordinary coin jar could be hiding a fortune? It's like finding a secret doorway to wealth that most people walk right past. Pause for a moment. Have you ever checked your pockets and thought, is this just lint? Or is it the next $953,000? No? Well, maybe it's time. Humor aside, the truth is the opportunity is real, and it waits for no one. Here's the most important part. The 1995 P Mint Mark Washington quarter error isn't just valuable. It's in high demand. Collectors, investors, and even museums are circling these coins like hawks, fully aware that every day, one more of these rare treasures disappears into a private collection, never to be seen again. The urgency is real. If you or someone you know possesses one of these coins, the window to act is now. Imagine turning an overlooked quarter into nearly $1 million, all while holding onto a piece of history. That's not just wealth, it's a legacy. And remember, this isn't about luck, it's about awareness. Rare coins like this reward those who pay attention, who act decisively, and who recognize opportunity when it's right in front of them. The 1995 P Washington quarter error is more than a collectible. It's a symbol of foresight, patience, and the thrill of discovery. Don't let this moment pass. Today, it could be your coin, your fortune, your story that changes everything. So check those jars, drawers, and hidden stashes. You never know which coin might hold the key to an extraordinary future.